Welcome to Books on Point. The heart of Mike Saunders' new book, Human-Centric, is how to build a successful business in the fourth industrial revolution while focusing on human stakeholders. The velocity of disruption underpinning the fourth industrial revolution is having a major impact on businesses. Is it realistic to be at the forefront of these disruptive forces? Is it even necessary? We'll attempt to answer those questions with Mike Saunders, who joins us now via Skype. Mike, thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
It's great to be here.
Mike, let's talk about the inspiration behind the book.
Sure. I think for me, what's happened so often is that I've been in the digital game for 10 years now. And what's happened is that I've engaged many businesses in the world of digital transformation, launching new innovative products to market. And I got challenged about a year or two ago from one of my staff members saying, we really need to document and unpack the way you view this world, because without being able to do that, we weren't really going to be able to scale our business and to the direction that we were hoping to do so. And so that was the starting point for us, was to find a way to document my approach to the world of technology and digital transformation. And it ended up with this book, Human-Centric.
All right. So the crux of this book, it revolves around understanding how to build a business in the fourth industrial revolution. And of course, as I mentioned in the intro, focusing on human stakeholders. Let's unpack that a little bit for some of the small businesses who may be watching this and are thinking, well, we've got so many disruptive technologies. How do I, incorporate them in my strategy?
Yeah, so definitely. So I think one of the key things that we talk about in the book is this idea that technology fails unless you're considering people. And so people become the main success point of whether technology succeeds or not. People have to use a technology in order for it to become successful. So if you were to think of the ones that we tout, like Facebook, for example, if people never used Facebook, it wouldn't be a success. It wasn't the technology that made it a success. It was the fact that people used it and they found value in the platform. And when you look at case studies over and over and over and over again, you will see that it's the focus on the people that have made a bigger difference than the focus on the technology. And when you build your business around the people first mentality, and then you develop the skill sets and the opportunities that exist in technology and in this digital economy to be able to leverage those relationships, to leverage the context that your consumer finds themselves, and to leverage the intelligence that's at play in the digital economy, that's when you find really great opportunity in launching new businesses and new products into the market.
Right. So in the book, we talk about companies such as BlackBerry and Kodak, Uber and Google Glass, and some of the mistakes they've made. And one of the things people always appreciate is, learning from the mistakes of local, CEOs. Let's talk about the mistakes you've made on a tech side and, what you've learned from that.
Yeah, I think we've got a variety of, as I said, we've had 10 years of experience in helping people kind of launch their businesses, and I've seen so many different things. And so what I've found, and I'll speak to another point in the book, we talk about these intersections. Okay, and so if you think of it like this, if you were to open up a retail store, you would build it, your best position would be on the corner of two intersections, because you're going to get the most foot traffic. So you have the best opportunity to succeed as a retail outlet because you're on the corner. And it's the same mentality, but what we found is that there's three intersections that matter when you're looking at a business opportunity or a marketing opportunity for your ideas in the technology space. And they're not really what you think. The first is that businesses tend to fail if the vision and the narrative of the new product that they're launching doesn't match their existing narrative and vision, because it creates too much internal conflict inside the business that generally the bureaucracy and the political nature of what takes place inside the business tends to cause the failure more so than the technology in the market. And the second one that we look at is the commercial model. So many people move into these ideas without clearly depicting the commercial model that's at play. And then the last one is audience readiness. Just because it's technically driven And because we've seen people do this in the past doesn't necessarily mean that they're ready to be able to engage technology in this fashion. And those three lessons for me have been key in fourth industrial revolution technology development, is that unless you build it on your narrative, you make sure you've thought through that you have enough commercial model available to you, and that your audience will be ready for the product, it's pretty much doomed to failure in that respect.
Mike, before I let you go, one key quick takeaway, that book, rather that the viewers will definitely be interested in when they read your book.
Sorry, say that one more time.
One key takeaway that viewers will be able to grab from this book the moment they purchase it.
Yeah, that's quite easy. I'm going to give you two. People matter more than technology, and your job is not to become technology. You don't want to build more technology into your business. You want to succeed in a digital economy. And it's that. You're not here to become digital. You're here to succeed in a digital economy.
All right, Mike, thank you so much for your time. Well, that's where we have to leave it for this afternoon. That's Mike Saunders talking about his new book titled Human-Centric. Well, we'll have more news with my colleague Nzinga Gunta at the top of the hour. Your weather details are up next. It's a good afternoon from me.